By the 19th century, the waters off Chatham were one of the busiest shipping routes in the world, second only to the English Channel. Only one thing could help: a lighthouse. In the case of Chatham, 2 lighthouses. On October 7, 1808, President Thomas Jefferson appointed Samuel Nye as keeper of 2 wooden, lard-burning lighthouses to guide ships safely past the Cape's notoriously dangerous elbow. In those days, lighthouses were identified by the number of beacons rather than the timing of their blinks. In the 19th century, ships rounding the Cape to Boston would see 2 lights on the bluff in Chatham and 3 up at Nauset. In 1828, another light appeared. The first Cape Cod lightship was commissioned and stationed just below this bluff on Pollock Rip. Her first commander, Captain Henry Bernard, reported that over 14,000 ships passed his station in the first year. Other lightships were anchored nearby on equally dangerous shoals: Stonehorse, Handkerchief, and Cross Rip. Also here were small huts built by the Humane Society to shelter sailors who made it safely to shore during a storm. They were stocked with matches, some straw, food, and water. In 1872, this service was augmented with a manned U.S. life-saving station on the northern part of Monomoy. In all, there were 13 stations along the Cape's backside, with 4 of them in Chatham. The old harbour station still exists, having been moved to Provincetown in 1977 by the National Seashore.
Well, it was built because of really one spectacular wreck, the wreck of the Calvin B. Orcutt, where 2 life-saving crews responded from Monomoy and Nauset Station, and they weren't able to save anyone. The wreck report is really dramatic. And due to public outcry that there was obviously not enough coverage from the life-saving service, this station was commissioned. It was one of the second round of life-saving stations built on Cape Cod. It was started in 1897 and completed in 1898 at Old Harbor. It was decommissioned by the Coast Guard in 1944, and that was bought by private owners who used it as a summer beach house fishing shack. And it was extensively renovated because modern people like things like indoor plumbing, and in fact the Coast Guard had added some of those things over time. And then in the 1970s, the Seashore realized that we had no place that we told the story of the life-saving service, which is integral to the history of Cape Cod. And in the fall of 1977, we actually split the building in 2 along the boat room, actually, and loaded it onto a barge and floated it up to Race Point in Provincetown, where a foundation had been prepared. And it's been here at Race Point basically for the following 20 years.